ESPN, whatever. Try to, I mean, if you were like, I don't know, like 8 and suddenly NBA is taken away, like how would you have like felt? Like how would you feel with that? I mean, obviously now you can relate to that too, but like as an 8-year-old, you were looking up to, I can't even think of who was playing at the time. Like, I mean, you got Kobe, you got Shaq, you got, I mean, all the dudes back in the early 2000s, but.
I mean, I just think I'd be crushed, and I think a lot of kids are crushed right now just because they don't have their, like you guys said, they're bigger role models than maybe their parents, you know, because it's just something that they, you know, everybody when they're a little kid thinks they're going to play in the NBA, NFL, MLB, whatever it is, and when you don't have that outlet and you're just seeing coronavirus, and like, I don't know, it's just got to be, obviously we're older, we kind of understand the situation, but when you're younger, you don't understand why there's really nothing going on, how serious it is. It'd be a little scary.
Like, you just didn't have time for that because if you weren't doing basketball, you weren't focused. And I think that was the biggest misconception growing up, is that you need that balance because, like you were saying, you put in all this work, you wake up early, you lift, you do this, that, and you have a bad game.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? But Johnny over there was out partying. He just had 30 points.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you mean? I'm sacrificing. And you start to learn that, like, it has to be majority about the game, but you have to find other things outside that kind of, and that's what I kind of tell high school kids that I've been talking to that just ask about kind of my career and stuff like that, is it's okay to go play video games. It's okay to have a girlfriend. It's okay to go snowboard or whatever you want to do, but keep the main thing, but also have other things going on in your life.
Yeah, back to that, because I know you've worked out with quite a few big dudes, but going back really quick to talking about, you know, where you feel like you've lacked and had to improve, like you were saying, like learning roles. I mean,
I know just for me personally, I had to become, you know, one of the best shooters on the court, or you know, as a point guard, you know, my handle has to be tight. Mm-hmm. I have to be more vocal. You know, there's certain things where you can get away with in high school and college that maybe a pro coach won't allow, especially as a point guard. Point guards, especially in the pro world, a lot of those guys are Americans, are imports, and if you only get a certain amount of imports, you have to meet their expectations. Yeah. That's why a lot of guys get cut. But I mean, I think you play long enough, you're going to get cut at some point. Yeah. But that doesn't mean you're a bad player or this or that. It just means maybe you weren't the right fit for that coach. Yeah. But you'll find that right fit. Yeah. So.